Greetings, friends, families, loved ones. Today we'll discuss about the Dharma, the reflections of the truth. So everything we perceive in this world comes and goes. There's no need to interpret what it means. When we put interpretation into things, we put values into things. It can create attachments. So whether that subjects matters, have values or have no values, it doesn't matter. But it means to exterminate suffering. Everything has the same values. Regardless of what it is. So clearing off your mind. If there's no you to begin with, it's not about trying to clear anything. It's about let everything be the way it is. The consciousness, the awareness is just about aware of what it is. And it's not about trying to aware either. So let everything pass. Whatever comes, it will go. So let it come and let it go. Let it come and let it go. No need to grasp on to the meaning of it. No need to try to understand it. It is what it is. And there's no suffering. Whatever meanings, whatever you see, hear, touch, smell, taste, through all perceptions, the nature by itself didn't put any meanings to it. Any meanings we put into it, if we so heavy focus on it, pay attention much to it, then attachment arise, and dukkha or suffering arise. So it's not about suffering anymore. So shine out, glow out. There's no need to concentrate on anything. Just let everything go. Let everything shine, brighten out, glowing out. It's not about saying too many words or lots of words. It's beyond words. The universe has its own meanings. Everything comes together through all factors by its own, whether it's observable or non-observable. So clear from the observer. So let everything be the way it is, the awareness of its own, but there's no interference, no intervention. Nothingness. So Dharma is not about trying to understand, trying to comprehend anything. It's about accepting everything the way it is and let go of trying, of struggling inside everyone's mind. It's not about attempting to get something, attempting to gain something. It's not about that. It's not about anything. It's about letting everything pass, whether it's satisfaction or unsatisfaction. Let them all pass. Let them all go and shine out, relieve sufferings, give out the thing that relieves suffering. It's not about causing more suffering. It's not about making everything more suffering. Through compassion, kindness, go out, shine out. It's not about winning anything. It's not about gaining anything. It's not about gaining or losing. It's not about you and me. It's not about anything. It's about cleansing the samsara vat, the whole world. Craving, cleansing, desire, craving, attachments. Cleanse it out, shine out. And it's not about just meditating, like try to meditate or attempt to meditate. Because every time we struggle, we're not meditating. If we struggle to meditate, struggle to stay still, struggle to make everything stay, then we're not meditating. Meditating is about let everything pass, see it the way it is, hear things without putting opinions to it, no judgmental mind. It's nothingness. So all the suffering that's happening in this world is about holding on to something, grabbing onto something, trying to attain something that is impermanent. satisfaction, unsatisfaction, holding on, and holding on. It's all the root cause of suffering. It's not about holding on to anything, even your own mind, or our own mind, our own self. Because self is suffering by itself. It's temporary. It comes and goes. When you say self, or we define the word self, it's a temporary thing. It exists when we define it. And when we didn't define it, it doesn't exist. When we pay attention to it, it exists. When we didn't pay attention to it, it doesn't exist. So it's not permanent. So it's not worth holding on to abstract of existence or non-existence. Whatever that means, if you don't put values to it, it has no meanings. When it has no meaning, it can do nothing to you. It can do no harm to you. So what we can do is shining out, clearing out, relieve sufferings for others. Anything we can help, we can help. Anything that's beyond what we can help, we just have to let them go. Let everything be the way it is. Because samsara what? Is governed by the law of karma. And no one can beat the law of karma. It's an action and reaction, the consequence of it, every person's own action. And it's not just this life. That's why people are born different, have different lifestyle, different personalities, different ways of living. It's all come from the past karma. Different family backgrounds. It comes from the past karma. It's not just happened by chance or just some coincidence. So there's nothing that is worth holding on to, because it is the way it is. Or we can say that we are spectators. Sometimes we are not spectator. So whatever we see, we cannot do anything about it in terms of it is what it is. But we can change. What it means by change is give. Practice giving more. Practice shining out more. That's giving. Give the thing that people need, necessary for living, necessary for exterminate suffering. So that's giving. That's what we can do. What about taking? Taking, if we take too much, it's become greed. Greed is when we take things too much for ourselves. We only take what is needed. And the definition of needed is so minimum. But the world today is driven by desire. The majority of the world, the desire is driven by desire. It makes people take as much as they want. So it's become burden to the whole world, the whole society. Consumption, taking. Taking from the nature, taking from others. That's caused trouble to everyone. That's why we are going to the time of the Great Reset. Because if we are spiraling toward the black hole, if everything is going the wrong direction. We take too much from the nature. We take too much from ourselves. Become very difficult to live. That's why the Great Reset is happening. It's governed by the law of karma. And there exist people around the world that have the fundamental truth of how to nourishing the world, restore the world again through giving, compassion, kindness, non-selfishness, and shining out, going out, brightening out, every single one. It's about unlearning what we learn, the norm, the society norm. Unlearn, remove all those cluster of programs, clear all the programs about taking things from nature, desire, craving, try to grab, try to hold on to something, try to struggle. You have to end struggling inside our own mind, so we can end suffering. For myself, it takes many years to contemplate and make the ultimate conclusion, giving out the ultimate conclusion of the truth for samsaravat, for the whole world. So we need to end opinions. Opinion that leads to mind wandering. Thought that leads to wandering thoughts. The thought doesn't end thought itself. That's what we need to end. The action that doesn't create peace, that's what needs to end. The speech doesn't lead to exterminate suffering or relieving suffering. That needs to end. And we learn the new norm of liberations, giving out, shining out, and selflessness. Selflessness is about no self in anything. There's no give or take for self, for itself. It's about being one with the nature. What we do, what we say, what we think, it's about liberating samsara. It's about clearing suffering. So meditation is not about just sitting like a stone. Meditation is about clearing, accepting everything the way it is, accepting what you see, accepting what you hear. Accepting in this definition means you let it pass. Not accepting by trying to grab into yourself, but let everything pass. Seeing is seeing. That means you see through it. Not trying to understand what you're trying to see. It's not about trying to understand what you see. It's about just seeing and let it pass. Hearing and let the hearing pass. So it's not about just hearing and trying to understand what you hear. It's not about trying to. If it comes to you, automatically by itself, it's the direct communication beyond languages. First, let go of the past, let go of the present, and let go of the future. What will pass, it means it already passed. Even the present, it has been passing. It is passing all the time. Even the present moment, we cannot even attempt to try to stay in the present moment because every present moment is passing all the time. It means there's no need to struggle. Trying. Letting go is the opposite of struggling. Struggling is like trying to get something, try to achieve something, try to hold on to something. Letting go is the opposite. You let everything be the way it is, especially your own mind. Other people's mind, you cannot even do anything about it. Just clearing out, shining out for them. Give kindness, love and kindness to them, and that's all you can do. Leave suffering for them as necessary as whatever factors that allow at the present moment. It's not about wandering around. Imagination, it's not about just imagining things up. It's beyond imagination. And it's not just what you see. It's beyond what you see. Beyond hearing, beyond understanding, beyond reasoning. Because reasoning is trying to understand something logically, this and that, this and that, this and that. It's not about this and that. The purest form of the universe, of the nature, is not about this or that. When you put definition on whatever, this or that, there's you, surrounded by nature. The nature is nature, and you become one with the nature. There's no need for definition to emphasize on the definition or the meanings of anything. The emphasis is a state. It's a state of mind. Putting definition of things is also a state of mind. Judgmental, also a state of mind. It's all in temporary. Comes and go. Cannot make this thing you, yourself, myself. It's just a state of mind, state of untangible, tangible, untangible. What's tangible? What untangible? When practice, if there is self in practicing, then it's self. It's not non-self. So it's a flow of the nature. We can use this body and mind to create or destroy things or make things relieve suffering to the world, but there's no self in it. Then whatever you do is wholesome. And that's wholesomeness. Shining out through all the senses of our perceptions. It's not trying to grab onto perceptions, not trying to grab onto what you see, hear, touch, smell, taste. It's not about trying to grab onto it. It's about cleansing it, cleansing everything you see, hear, touch, smell, taste, and feel. It's about cleansing. It's not attachment. It's not attaching to. So open up. It's not about go deep inside your mind. It's not like that. because you see nothing and you found nothing in it. Shining out, clearing out the samsara what? Your mind is just a temporary abstract. Temporary. We just put definition to it that this is mind. The mind, mental. Or me, it's just a definition too. Temporary definition of me. A temporary definition, temporary meanings. So it's not about meanings. Even nirvana. Nirvana is not the place. It's a state when everything is clear from self that interfere into the nature, attached to things. It's clear from attachment. So what you see, it's just a medium. It's a reflections. Reflect Dharma, reflecting the truth. There's no emotional attachment, no thought attachments, no nothing. Of course, practicing Dharma is about practicing giving and forgiving too. Love, kindness, forgiving. There's a reason people were born in different places, scattering around the world. Some can access to the truth, and some were blocked from the truth. Karma is the reason behind it. And to actually remove the blockage of reaching the truth, accessing the truth, the Dharma, the wholesomeness, is to forgiveness, the karma associated with blocking the truth or making other people away from the truth. It's about forgiveness. Forgive what we have done in the past that preventing people from seeing the truth, accessing the truth, reflecting the truth, or destroying the temple, destroying the place where arahants live. And of course, the language is boundary. That makes things difficult to translate, to reflect Dharma. So it's not about trying to understand, trying to grab on to what I said. It's about let go of everything in what I said, even the thing I said. The words, the sentence that cleanses itself, the more we listen to such Dharma, the more it cleanses itself. Thank you.